Welcome to Bloom at the Yoga Garden. Thank you for joining me for this short class this morning. So we are thinking about balance today, not just balance as in standing on one leg, but generally balance within our lives. Really important to have a balance between the yin and the yang. We talk about yin and yang in yoga. So the yin is the kind of slower, more meditative sort of behaviour, and yang is the more physical, the more active part of our lives, sort of like black and white, the two contrasts. So we're thinking about that sense of balance within our lives today. So we're going to begin by lying back and down in Shavasana. So get yourselves comfortable on your mat. Imagine you're taking the crown of your head up towards the end. Roll your shoulders down, tuck them in, and allow your arms to rotate and the backs of your hands to rest on the floor if that's comfortable for you. And then if you want to, you can gently but firmly press the first finger and thumb together, and this creates a circuit and helps to unite the mind, the body and the breath. So of course yoga means to yug or unite. So we're just creating this little circuit and uniting mind, body and breath. So the heel of the right foot at the right edge of the mat, the heel of the left foot at the left edge of the mat. Take a nice long, slow, deep inhale and a nice soft, whispery exhale, in and out through your nose. And just take this time to allow yourself to arrive on your mat. Really important that we spend these couple of minutes just literally getting into the right place for our yoga practice today. Because we don't want to look on our practice as a purely physical exercise. To get most benefit out of it, we will also be looking inside and trying to feel our practice from the inside out. So just follow your natural breath. You don't need to take long, slow inhales anymore. As you inhale, though, feel as if your body is expanding slightly. Just notice where the breath moves in your body in the inhale. And again, where it moves on the exhale. In and out. Calm and slow. So now we've spent literally just a couple of minutes looking inward, getting ourselves in the right place for our practice this morning. We're ready almost to begin the physical aspect. So this will be the yang part. Well, some of it will be yang, some of it will be yin, but it'll be a considerable lot of it will be yang. So we're thinking about balance as a whole thing. So balance to help us to get away from or amid the tumult of our daily lives. So as always, listen to your own body. Don't do anything that you know is going to hurt you. You don't have to do anything I say, but we are here to challenge ourselves. So it's really important that we learn the difference between what's going to be a challenge and what's actually going to hurt us. We do not want to hurt ourselves in yoga at all. And yoga teachers are good at doing that as well, just thinking our ego can take over and we do something that we know perfectly well isn't good for us. So please be mindful the whole time of your body and do what feels right for you. So just have a wee quick stretch, whatever way your body's saying it needs it at the minute. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. hug your shins with your arms and just squeeze them in. Not a couple of wee shimmies from side to side, maybe a few wee circles. And then release your shins and bring your lower legs out about parallel to the floor. And we're just going to do a few little rotations. So we'll bring our arms up as well, actually, and make fists with your hands. So tuck your thumbs in, and we're just going to see if we can rotate wrists and ankles the same way at the same time, and keep everything exactly where we started off, and then change direction. So these little joints are really important, and when I talk, I find it very difficult to keep everything going exactly the way it should be. So please focus as much as you can. And then from here, we're just going to shake our feet and shake our wrists really, really hard, a bit like our dead bug pose. Shake, 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 shake. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. So if you want to, you can bring your hands in at the backs of your thighs, or just bring your hands down either side of the mat. And we're just going to begin to straighten our legs up towards the ceiling and down again. So don't worry if your legs don't straighten. It takes a wee minute for your muscles to get warmed up. And if you have any back issues, you maybe just keep a wee bend in them anyway, or hold on to the edges of your mat. So we'll do one more. And this time, when we bring our legs up to the ceiling, we're going to take them away and then sort of sweep them in. It's as if you're trying to draw something in towards you. So just getting a little bit of fire. This is a wee bit of yang here, getting a little bit of fire going in our bellies. So really feel you're drawing something that you're trying to reach towards as you bring your knees in towards your chest again. So we'll do two more. And notice where you're feeling it. And then bring your knees into your chest, give them another little squeeze. And hopefully you're only feeling that in your tummy, just getting a little bit of heat going. So now we're going to rock and roll, but we're going to keep that wee bit of yang going and see, as we rock and roll, if you can stand on one foot each time and use your hands if you need to. So we're going to rock and roll and stand on one foot. Rock and roll onto the other foot. One foot, the other foot. And use your hands if you need to. It's okay. This is something, it's technique as much as anything. And then bring yourself up. We'll sweep our legs to one side and bring yourself up into high kneeling. Excuse me. I'm going to clasp our hands in front, press them away. Inhale, press your hands up towards the ceiling. Lift up, navel back towards your spine, big inhale, and exhale, hinge over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, we hinge to the left. One more each side. Up and over. And then bring your hands down. And as you press your hands away, round your shoulders, navel back towards your spine. And then as you reach your hands up, maybe hollow out your spine a little bit, like a cat-cow movement. Navel back towards your spine as you round your shoulders and exhale. Inhale. Bring yourself up. Release your hands and plant your hands down the floor. Lovely. So from here we're going to reach back with the right foot and leg. So give it a wee bounce a bit. So bounce about. So you're pressing strongly into the base of the index finger and thumb. Fingers well spread. Index fingers facing forward and thumbs coming out as wide as you can comfortably. And then we're going to lift the right foot and leg up just at hip level. And from here, we're just going to do a few wee pulses. So we'll just reach forward with the left hand briefly, and just a couple of wee pulses here with the right hip. It's a very small movement. And then we're going to bring the left hand down, plant the right foot down the floor, and ideally we want the arch in line with the toes, but if that feels too unstable, take your foot a bit further forward or take this hand a bit out to the side, or both, because we're going to leave go, release this right hand. So press strongly into the baby toe side of the right foot, press into the top of the left foot, and inhale, reach up. So we're trying to get almost stack our shoulders, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. And now if you want to, you can flick this left foot over if you think your balance is going to be dodgy. But bring your right hand down to the ground and see if you can lift the right leg off the floor. So you'll know if you're going to need to flip this foot over to give you a wee bit more stability. Maybe you'll feel fine. So this is the first of our little balancing poses today. Hand onto your hip, or maybe float your hand up towards the ceiling and look up towards your right thumb. And breathe and smile. One more big inhale, and then bring the right foot down, right hand down, back to centre, and we'll do the same on the other side. So we're going to reach back with the left foot and leg. Good wee stretch, and bring it up, wee pulses. Now still pressing strongly into the base of the index finger and thumb, no collapsing into the right side, please. And then maybe wee brief reach forward with the right hand. Plant the right hand down, plant the left foot down, press into the baby toe side of the left foot, and again either in line with the right toes, or take it forward, take the right hand out, just to give yourself a broader base. Check how it feels if you get rid of this hand, and then inhale, reach up. So you need to press strongly into the baby toe side of the back foot and into the top of the right foot and down. Inhale up, exhale down. It also helps if you sort of lift your navel lightly back towards your spine. Inhale up, exhale down. And now we're going to see if we can lift this leg up, maybe flick the right foot back to give you sort of a better balance. Left hand onto your left hip. So you need to do this gently. And we haven't too far to fall, which is quite nice about this pose. And then if you want to, so it takes you to concentrate on these things. I know I have to really focus when I'm balancing, or else I'll go for a cropper. And breathe. One more breath. Left hand down, left foot down. Bring yourself back, and we're back into our tabletop position. And then from here, we're going to tuck our toes under and bring ourselves up into downward facing dog. So pressing the floor away, knees bent deeply, and if you want to, begin to walk your dog, straightening one leg at a time. And then from here, we're going to look forward and step through with the right foot, left knee onto the floor to start off with, press into the left hand and inhale up with the right. Exhale down, inhale up with the right. And now if you want to take it a little bit further, you can lift the back knee off the floor and press into both feet. So you can keep the back knee down and do this, or you can lift it off and come up here. So we're just going to do a few wee strengthening things here. So we're trying to keep the lunge in the front leg as we lower the back leg, back knee up and down. 2 or 3 times. And then we're going to lower the back knee down, everybody. Plant the left hand and lift the back knee again. And then from here, we're going to inhale up with the right hand. So we've already done this, but this time we're going to press into both feet and bring yourself up, turning to the right. And breathe and smile. One more breath here. Windmill your hands down. Press into the toes of the back foot. And we're back into downward facing dog. And we'll do the other side. Well done. Good work. Left leg up, look forward, step through, right knee to the floor. Plant the right hand, inhale up to the left. Exhale down, inhale up to the left. Lift that back knee off the floor if you wish. And then say either knee to the floor or knee lifted. Bring yourself up into high lunge or low lunge. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to just alternate between the two. So we're keeping the lunge when we come up. Trying to keep the movement in the back hip or in the hips rather than in the knee. And then we're going to, everybody bring your back knee down, plant the right hand, inhale up the left, back knee off the floor, press into both feet and bring yourself up to the left. Breathe, it's strong, smile. One more breath. Windmill your hands down. Press into the heel of the back foot and step yourself through. Knees bent as deeply as you need to make contact with the floor. Uttanasana. And just let the upper body be like a rag doll. Let everything go. And then from here, we're going to press strongly into our feet. Bring yourself up into our chair pose. So navel's lifted up, sacrum go down towards the floor. Big inhale. Exhale, sweep your arms to the right. Back to center, arms left. Try and keep your knees still. They will move a little bit. One more each side. And then bring yourself back to center, back into Uttanasana 1. Hold onto your elbows. Let your head go. And breathe. Then press strongly into both feet. And nice and slowly bring yourself up. Sweep your arms up overhead into extended mountain pose. Draw down that energy and just breathe. Inhale and exhale. What do you notice? Can you feel your heart beating? Nice long, slow, deep inhale and exhale. In and out. One more. And then from here, we're going to step back with the right foot and leg and bend the front knee deeply. So our back foot is at an angle of about 45 degrees. Nice deep lunge in the front leg. And inhale up into Virabhadrasana 1. So inhale up, reach up into the fingertips. Big inhale here. Keep your right hand exactly where it is. Drop the left hand down and reach the left hand down towards the left thigh or onto the left thigh if you can. And a wee bit of a twist round towards the left side. and breathe and smile. Big inhale here. Bring your left hand back up. Bring your hands together. Step forward, lift the right leg, whoops, and bring it across onto the left knee. And maybe you'll sit down a little lower. And then from here, we're going to slide the right foot across and come into our eagle legs. And if you want to, then you can do eagle arms as well. You don't need to do this bit if it's too much. So you can just give yourself a hug as well, or keep your hands at your heart center. Lift your elbows up, sit a little bit lower. And then if you've taken your eagle arms, release your hands, release your leg, bring your hands to your heart center and begin to take your right leg back, briefly into almost like Virabhadrasana 3, but not really. Bend the front knee, step back, and we're back into Virabhadrasana 1. Well done. Reaching up and sitting down. In fact, I'm in high lunge, so plant the heel of your back foot if you want to, or you can stay in high lunge. Inhale up, exhale, sit a little bit lower, one more breath here, and then we're going to fold forward and down, frame the front foot with your hands, press into the toes of the back foot, and step back into downward facing dog. So take a breather here before we do the other side, either in down dog, or you can take your breather in child's pose with your knees down, big toes touching, and arms out along the mat. Your choice. So wherever you are, feel that you're breathing into the back body, exhaling into the front body. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Softening in the front body, lengthening in the back body. So now we're in downward facing dog. We're going to look forward and step through with the right foot and leg. You can stay in the ball of the back foot and bring yourself up into your high lunge. Reaching up into your fingertips. Big inhale. Keep your left hand where it is. Drop your right hand down onto the left thigh and turn to the right. Inhale here. And exhale, bring your hands together at your heart center. Press into the front foot. Step forward. Lift your left leg. And then bring the baby toe side of the left foot onto the right thigh. And maybe sit a little bit lower. And then maybe you'll cross the left leg over the right into the legs of Garudasana. So your left leg's on top, so you can come into your Garudasana arms if you want, or just a hug. Big inhale. Release your arms, excuse me, hands together. Release your legs, lift your left leg up again, and carefully step back into your high lunge. Bring your arms up overhead, reaching up, sitting down, and then fold forward and down. Frame your front foot, press into the hands, and bring yourself back into downward facing dog. So same thing on the other side. So left leg up, step it through, stay in the ball of the back foot, press into both feet, bring yourself up into high lunge, reaching up and sitting down. Inhale up, exhale, sit a little bit lower. So keep your right hand where it is and bring your left hand down, reaching up, we twist to the left. One more breath. Inhale. Bring both hands back to your heart center. Press into the left foot. Bring your right foot forward. Lift it up. Place the baby toe side of the right foot onto the left knee and maybe sink a little bit lower. And then slide your right leg across into the asana, or you can keep the toes on the floor, but we are trying to improve our balance. So this time, if you want to, you can bring the heel of the left hand in and it goes on top. Lift your elbows up to your shoulders if you can, or shoulder level. Big inhale. Exhale, gently release. Hands to your heart center. Undo your legs. Step back with the right foot. Try to believe the floor is still there. Inhale into your high lunge. Reach up. Feel good. Say how wonderful is this. One more big inhale here. And exhale. Fold forward and down. Frame the front foot with your hands. Press into the toes of the back foot. And step yourself back into downward facing dog. Walk your dog. And then bring your knees down to the floor and meet me again in high kneeling. So we're just going to give our shoulders a little exercise. We're going to lift our right hand up and follow our thumb the whole way round. So we'll swap hands. So we're going to the left. So right hand round to the right heel. Left thumb round, so you're doing like a big circle. And maybe you'll begin to graze the heel with your hands. If you're nowhere near, whoops, tuck your toes under and bring your heels a bit closer. And then we're going to bring our hands here to our heart center. So fingers pointing down towards your hips and feel you're lifting your rib cage up. Fingers rolling down, thumbs to the front, shoulders rolling back. Big inhale and exhale into a tiny wee bit of a back bend, almost like a prep for Ustrasana, but a nice energizing pose to do at the end of our practice. And all that balancing. One more breath here. Gently bring yourself back up. Release your hands, come down onto your knees, and we're coming down into child's pose. Now if child's pose isn't comfortable for you, keep your bottom lifted, put blankets or blocks in between your knees and your calves. So you can have your knees as wide apart as you want to, or as close together. So this is our yin pose. So shoulders rolling forward and down. Hold on to the soles of the feet. And just maybe allow your third eye a little massage from side to side. So do stay here if this is comfortable for you. And you can do your little bit of reflection here in this posture. Or if you prefer, you can sweep your legs to one side. Excuse me. I'm getting a real frog in my throat. Unroll and bring yourself, or sweep your legs to one side and bring yourself into Shavasana. So take your heels out the full width of your mat, tuck your shoulders under, or as I say, stay in that lovely child's pose, because it is a lovely, restful, relaxing pose. So we're still thinking about balance, and let's face it, balance in life is difficult. Balance in yoga can be difficult. So we rarely fall over when we're standing still. So that's why we're trying to bring or link together postures that will challenge our balance. And it's the same in life. When everything is still and calm, we rarely need to worry about the balance of things. It's when life gets hectic and there's so much to do that we really need to get that sense of balance. Take a few minutes for yourself and just breathe. So now I'm going to invite you to just breathe. Very mindful, conscious breathing. Not just that breath that happens 24/7, but this is a breath that you're totally aware of. Breath that you're following. Breath that you're observing. Breath that you're aware of. Notice how the in-breath and the out-breath balance each other. But not necessarily all the time, because it's always changing, always moving. So just stay here for as long as time allows, or until you feel that you've assimilated today's practice and you're feeling rested and calm. But I'm going to have to sign off now, so if you're with me, bring your hands together at your heart center. And I would just love to say thank you so much for joining me for this short practice. And have a great day, whatever you've planned. So thank you again for keeping me company in this. And take care.